I'm so pleased to have welcomed Andrea Epps to be the interim Vice Chancellor of Human Resources and Employee Relations here at the Peralta Community College District. And Andrea was already serving in a role here. So Andrea, I'm really pleased and grateful that you took on this interim opportunity with us.
Oh, I'm happy that I'm able to serve.
Yeah, no, it's so great. I mean, just working with you and seeing you. And so this is an opportunity for us to sort of introduce you a little bit to the district community for those who haven't really met you yet. So I was thinking about how great it is when I was reading your bio that you started your career in the Inglewood district teaching. And so we had this question, and I thought, like, you've been, you came out of teaching, but if you could teach a class on any subject, or if you thought anything should be taught in school, what would you teach?
I would actually still teach high school English.
Wow.
I have to say that working in Inglewood Unified and then LA Unified, I taught high school English, and the opportunity that it provided my students to have access to things that they otherwise didn't think they'd have access to. And so we got to work on things like interviewing.
Oh, wow.
And so learning how to sit in an interview and speak intelligently and to be articulate. And so I think having the opportunity to teach that, I would do it again.
Oh, that's amazing. Oh my gosh, I know. I had really impactful English teachers in my life too. So that's incredible. Well, and I was thinking about your trajectory. So you were a classroom, teacher, and then you went on to decide to go to law school. What made you decide to go to law school?
The two districts that I worked in, unfortunately, we were serving disproportionately. A lot of students were foster kids. They were eligible for special education and had IEPs, and some of them had probation officers. And so I found that I was spending a lot of my time interacting not just with them in the classroom, but attending IEP team meetings and handling kind of some of the other legal issues that come up for students who are just trying to attend school.
Yeah.
And then I had the opportunity to sit as the general education teacher in a couple of IEP team meetings.
Really?
And realized that there are people who just do education law. That's their whole job. And I decided that I wanted to go and do that, just seeing how impactful it is to have an attorney at the table advocating for students. So I went to law school just to do that.
That's amazing. And actually speaks to me. So I think one of the things about my family, and I've shared it with folks, is that I have several family members with developmental disabilities. And so my mom became the biggest advocate, and I learned so much, and just seeing her advocate and not even having an attorney, right, or somebody who could help her, but to do those individualized educational plans, to have an IEP is such an important thing. And so I love that. I was it made me kind of get teary thinking about how much that work in Inglewood and LA Unified sort of impacted you to go to law school. Incredible. What a wow, I love learning something new. So I was thinking about you because you're a powerhouse woman.
Thank you.
I mean, your work here, your work you've done in Oakland Unified School District before that, you're a mother, you're, a family member, you take care of folks. So I'm thinking about, tell us what your superpower is. I already think you're clearly powerful, but what's your superpower?
I actually think my superpower would be calmness.
Yeah.
I think I tend to be very calm, even in crisis, and I think that serves me. And I think sometimes when people are in crisis or have a situation, to know that there's someone who's calm and level-headed can be really helpful.
Absolutely. Oh, I love that. That's a great superpower. I need a little more of that probably. So I'm thinking also about your childhood. So letting folks know a little bit about you. Tell me what maybe a song that brings back a childhood memory.
A really good song that always makes me think of childhood is Frankie Beverly and Mace, Golden Time of Day.
Oh.
And so it's in my mind when I replay it. It only was playing during the summers for some odd reason, when school is out and people are at cookouts and barbecues, and you got to see all of the people who were adults and you thought were so serious just experience joy in kind of their own little bubble. And so I can remember kind of thinking what is this golden time of day that's happening for these people that you just thought were so reserved and so serious? And then just anytime I hear the song, I kind of think of those moments, and realizing what the song means as you get older has been really impactful, and kind of realizing why that was their moment for joy.
I love that.
And you got to observe it.
That's incredible. I think a little bit about like I'm always seeking and telling people like we should find joy, but I love that the visual that you get with the song. And I was with a group of folks this weekend, and we were putting together like the end of summer playlist. And so I'm now going to have to add this song to it. It's a great one. Oh my gosh, I hadn't even thought of it. So I'm going to listen to it after we get done here. So I think, maybe my wrap-up question for the community as they sort of, they'll have lots of opportunities to get to know you. You've already been in the district. But I think, what's the best advice that you think you've ever received that you'd share with the community?
I think it comes from my father. Growing up, he always cautioned my sister and I to be very careful, be very thoughtful with your words. And so he would say something to the effect of, silence may be misinterpreted, but it's never misquoted. And so just really being thoughtful about how we use our words has always sat with me as something that I think was excellent advice, even before I really understood what it meant.
Wow, that's powerful advice. Oh my gosh. I got a lot to think about. Well, Drea, we're so thrilled to have you here. Thank you for your service. Thank you for everybody. And folks, I hope you'll come around. You'll see Andrea and I and the district team out at the campuses coming up soon here, right after the Labor Day holiday. But again, just want to make sure you know that this district team is here to support you. Have a great rest of the day. Bye.
When the sun settles down and it takes a